it's the Klutzy Cook here, and tonight I'm making pizza dough. It's a beautiful cold winter's day here in Brisbane, Australia, and it's pizza night in our house. So I'm making pizza dough, and I thought I'd step you through how I make it, what ingredients I use, and show you how we make pizzas. I hope you have as much fun on pizza night in your house as we do. Okay, here are the ingredients I use for my pizza. I basically use 3 cups of plain flour, a tablespoon of instant yeast, and the brand we have here in Australia is Lowen's instant dried yeast. You can replace this with just sachets of yeast, or even your proper yeast that you can get from delicatessens, etc. This works really well. It's really easy. It doesn't need to be mixed with water or anything else. You can just go straight into the flour, and then the water can go on top of that, so it doesn't need to be activated first. And then I also add a cup of water that has had mixed into it 1 tablespoon of olive oil, which is what you can see kind of floating around on the top there. And as I go, I'll show you how I actually add a little extra water, just to bring the dough to the right consistency, ready to be rolled together and left to proof. Okay guys, so in my mixing bowl I have the 3 cups of plain flour. Into that I'm going to add my tablespoon of active instant dried yeast. I also just put in generally just a scrunch of salt, and lower the head of my beautiful red KitchenAid that I love, and just sort of get that all mixed together a bit. Now that that's mixed, I start to add the water, which also has the oil mixed in with it, and you'll see the dough starting to come together. It's best to add the water just a bit at a time, gives it a time to get mixed through. I'll just move the speed up to 2, which if you do have a KitchenAid mixer is as high as you want to go for mixing a dough, otherwise the machine can't cope. A bit more water. Okay, so I've added my full cup of water and my bit of oil, and it definitely needs some more. As you can see, it hasn't come together completely yet. It's starting to come together, but it definitely needs some more moisture. So I just added, I tend to add about a tablespoon at a time, and just keep an eye on the texture. Still need some more there. It's really starting to come together. You can see that it's working right up the sides. There's still a little bit in the bottom that hasn't been binded in with the rest of the dough. So that's probably going to be enough water. Here we go, it's all coming together now. So that's what you want your dough to do. You want it to come together and start to form a ball. And now the mixer can go to work and massage the dough, or knead the dough for you, and get it into a nice smooth texture. And that can take 5-6 minutes with that processor. Okay, as you can see, it's come together in a really nice ball. This has been going for about 5 minutes. So I'll switch it off now and lift it up. Well, as you can see, hang on, as you can see, the bowl is really clean. Like, there's nothing stuck around the outside. If there was, it would have meant there was too much liquid added. Or alternatively, if there was bits of flour and everything, there would be not enough. So what I do now is just give it a bit of a knead. And roll it into a beautiful ball. Now, as you can see, the texture is really smooth. That's how you know you've got a good dough. If it's sort of lumpy, not coming together, not nice and smooth, feels really super sticky, you need to keep working it. But once it's to this stage, it's beautiful. Pop it into a bowl that I've just greased with some olive oil, and then I'll just cover that and let it rise for about an hour and a half. I need it to double in size, and then we're good to go for the next stage. Okay, here we are. We have the dough. It's been rising for about an hour and a half, and it's more than doubled in size, as you can see. What I do now is I actually just knock the dough back down like that, and then just fold it in on itself in roughly 4 ways. Push it back down into the bowl. And then I actually leave it for about another half an hour to rise back up again, and then I roll it out. Some people would take the dough away right now and roll it out and make the pizza, and that's fine as well. I just like to do the double proofing process. It just makes the dough and the final base just a little bit lighter. And if you don't have the time, it's fine to just go and roll the dough now. Okay, so here we have the dough after another half an hour of rising. So it's ready to go now and be rolled out. So what I'm going to do is take the dough out of the bowl. This is enough dough to make 2 26 centimetre pizzas, roughly. So I sprinkle a bit of flour on the bench, and then split the dough in half, take half away, and then it's just a matter of rolling it out. Push it down a little bit. And then roll it out to roughly 26 centimetres. Then you can go thinner if you want to, if that's what you prefer, or you can go thicker. And the other good thing too is if you think you're only going to need enough for one pizza, you can freeze the dough at this stage. So take the other half, the ball, and freeze it. And then when you need it, you've got pizza dough ready to go down the track. I've done that and it's worked quite successfully. So there's no fancy cooking in this kitchen because it's likely to end up on the roof or on the floor and not be in a comfortable state. Okay, so there we have the pizza dough rolled out into the pizza. Now it's ready for me to put the toppings on and cook it. So I hope you enjoyed watching that, and good luck, and I hope you enjoy pizza night in your house.